Hello and welcome back to our Naked Truth channel. I am the newest member of the Naked Truth family, and I will be happily telling you that I am the host of the new podcast, The Chained Heroes. Now, our Chained Heroes podcast, we will try to bring you every single week two heroes that are falsely imprisoned or will be imprisoned or even falsely treated and the kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We will bring you why they are receiving this horrible treatment, why they're put in jail, and if it is fair or not. We will also be telling you our opinions about it, and we would be more than happy to hear yours in the comment section. Now, today, our first hero will be Dr. Salman Al Auda, and the reason he is our first hero is because there is some very saddening news that he has lost half his sight and half his hearing. Now, who is Dr. Salman? Dr. Salman is a husband, father, author, Saudi clergy, and a Muslim scholar. He is one of the most famous Muslim scholars. He has many successful books and many successful TV shows. Now, why he has been in jail since 2017. He was arrested in September of 2017, and you might be asking why, and I'll tell you. Um, he was arrested because the Saudi Arabia government found it offensive that he has posted this about the Saudi Arabia and Qatar blockade, which to explain to you we'll need a whole episode. But just in a nutshell, this is what he said about the blockade. He said, "May God reconcile them for the good of their people." Now, if you're confused, so are we at the Naked Truth. But it's no new behavior of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. He said that in a tweet to his at the time 14 million followers. Uh, a year, about a year later, prosecutors wanted to charge him. Sorry, about a year later, prosecutors wanted to put him on the death penalty for many charges, and some of the charges are inciting people against the ruler, and also stirring public discord. Now, he wasn't arrested alone. He was arrested with 20 other, well, what we have knowledge of is 20 other clergies. Now, as I said before, this is no new behavior to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. They have always been against saying how you feel and giving your opinion. And I believe that Saudi Arabia is one of the worst countries when it comes to human rights. And I think many people, just with basic research, can agree with me. I mean, you have many other examples and many other heroes that we will be doing. People like Lujain al Hadloul, who was imprisoned and was tortured in prison just because she spoke out and wanted to have rights for women to drive. And of course, they found it the most offensive thing you can do. How dare you speak out against your ruler? What they say is the gospel truth to them. And in the eyes of the Saudi government, and recently the crown prince, or the clown prince as I like to call him, it's either you're on my side or you're in jail with torture. There is no in between. It's either you are my friend or my enemy. And the Saudi monarchs, or the Saudi barbarians, whatever you'd like to call them, they have a lot of trouble with Dr. Salman Al Auda. One of them is he's independent. They don't like that. They don't like that. If it's not state, if the scholars are not state appointed, if the scholars don't say what the government wants them to say, then what they say is wrong, and they will be imprisoned for it. It's not fair. It's not just. I find it hard to even call it human at times when you find what they do to these activists. And in cases like Dr. Salman, he's not even an activist. He just spoke out and said how he felt about the blockade. You should have your right as a human being, as a citizen in a country, to say how you feel. And because he did that, he's been in jail since 2017. And may I remind you, for a whole year he was in jail without trial. They put that man in jail. A 60-year-old man. Right now he's 64. He turned 64, I believe, in December 14th. They put him in jail at 64, at 61 at the time, for a whole year without trial. They don't allow you to oppose. It's either you're with them or you're in jail. It's truly sickening, And they say that they want to progress and they want to be better. Well, start with human rights. Start with what most countries already have. Yes, some countries don't have them. Poor countries. Countries that are struggling. Saudi Arabia isn't struggling. We have a lot of money. They're not. They don't have nothing to struggle about other than making sure that the government stays in power. That's all they care about. And especially the crown prince or clown prince, whatever you'd like to call it. If it's not him, the first step and in the progressive movement, then it's wrong. Dr. Salman, for many years, has been. He doesn't want to correct you. He just wants peaceful coexistence. That phrase right there, peaceful coexistence, doesn't exist in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It doesn't exist. The government doesn't know such a thing. To them, it's simple. What I say goes. If it doesn't go, then there's repercussions. And that's what we have been seeing with many people. They hate human rights. They hate you saying their opinion. And oh my God, if you are a popular figure like Dr. Salman, you might as well be announced dead at the time. Because they're going to put you in prison. They're going to torture you. They're most likely going to torture your family. Your family is going to have to flee the country to talk about what is happening to their own family member. Talking about family members, Dr. Salman's very brave and smart and courageous son, Abdullah Al-Auda, has spoken out and has said the horrible treatment his father has been receiving. There's an eye-opening article in the New York Times that I have read, and it's kind of, if you read it and you put yourself in the situation of his children, if you do that, it is very, it brings a tear to your eye. Just, just imagine, put yourself in their position. Put yourself in Abdullah's position. Your dad is in jail for saying how he feels, for saying that May God reconcile them for the good of their people. Imagine that your father gets put in prison and gets his health all mixed up. Your 60-year-old father, and your father loses half his hearing and half his sight. Now, that happens to many parents, and even when their children are around, that is very heartbreaking. Imagine that happening to your dad and you're not even around. That's how Dr. Salman's children feel. Now, do you think the government care? Nope, it's the least of their worries. They don't care. What they care about is to hunt down people who disagree with them. It's very much, not to belittle these situations, but it's very much children like. I rule the place, what I say goes, or you wish you were dead. There's a tape out of a recording of Dr. Salman talking to his family, and I just could hear only 40 seconds of the tape, and it already brought a tear to my eye. 64 years old. That is the age of most of the people's hearing. Most of the people hearing this. That's the age of either your mother, your father, or even your siblings. Just put any one of. Just allow yourself to put one of your family members in that situation and see how you feel about it. When I did that, it just honestly, if I was in that position, I'd rather be dead than see one of my loved ones in harm's way and could do nothing about it. It's truly heartbreaking. It's truly unbelievable at times. It's just they are in power, and how far will it go till the people say it's enough? How far will this have to go? People were killed because of that. Those monarchs, people were killed. People are being tortured. Families are put in harm's way. It's disgusting to say the least. Dr. Salman has been for many years one of the most peaceful people on television. He has written beautiful books, and it's not fair, and it's not just, and it's not human what is happening to him. And when will people realize that? When it gets announced that he's dead? After he's gone, we will realize that? When is it enough? How many more people have to die for it to be enough? How many? How many more people have to flee the country for it to be enough? We are entering 2021, and in that country, it still feels like the 1800s. You're not allowed to say anything. You're See. Here's the thing: living there, it's like you're prisoned without actually being in prison because you can't say how you feel. Uh, Good luck even trying to protest. I'll tell you that. And what can you do about it? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You go to jail. Your mama gets hurt. Your dad gets hurt. Your siblings have to get hurt if they don't flee the country. I would say it's enough. I would say it's time to stop this. And the solution is something everybody can do. Speak out. Speak out. Let more people know. A lot of people don't even know what is going on. A lot of people can't even fathom that. Especially people in countries like the United States and people like in countries in the United Kingdom, in Canada, where you can say whatever it is you want without threatening anybody with no repercussions. Let's take the United States for an example. You can get on Twitter and say exactly how you feel about the government. Nothing's going to happen. People who agree with you will drop a like. People who don't agree with you will say in the comments how they disagree with you. Yes, there's a couple of trolls here and there that are going to make fun of you and call you a snowflake and stuff like that. But still, you can go and say how you feel about it. And it's not only citizens, it's even people in power. It's senators, it's state governors. They can go on television or on Twitter, the same site that Dr. Salman got in trouble for, Twitter. They can go on there and say exactly how they feel. And their father won't get hurt, their siblings won't get hurt, their mom won't get hurt, their children won't get hurt. Why? Because of one thing, which is Saudi Arabia's main enemy: human rights. I don't care how they want to wrap it up, how they want to say it. Human rights is is a basic necessity for all humans. You should be able to say how you feel. And that shouldn't be shaped on what country you are. And especially not if you're in a country that has as much wealth and power as Saudi Arabia. That shouldn't be. Again, the solution is just to speak out. Don't be silent. Because when you are silent, you are doing as much damage as they are. Because they are committing the crime, you are watching it and walking. You are not doing nothing about it. You know what happened. You know what is happening to Dr. Salman, and you're doing nothing. You're allowing it. In a way, you're applauding it by doing nothing. And of course, Dr. Salman is today's subject, but it is happening to many people. Many people that don't even get the chance that their story gets out. There is a couple that their story has gotten out, but a lot that haven't. A lot of people are in jail, and their families are in jail, and nobody knows. Nobody's saying anything. Please, I beg of you to speak out, to share this video on Twitter, on Instagram, where you think you can get the most people's eyes. Please share it. That is the least we can do to Dr. Salman. That is the least we can do to all of these people that are falsely imprisoned. That is the least we can do. We all say we want to be heroes and we all say we want to be good people. Well, that's the first chance you get. Do that. Share it. And it takes about a minute to 2 minutes. That's all it takes. Just share it. Share it with your family members. Share it with social media, friends. Also, please go and follow Dr. Salman's son, who has been very outspoken and very brave about his dad's situation. And I truly, my heart goes out to him and his siblings. It's truly sad. It's It's heartbreaking. We will put his Twitter down below. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this clip. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me in the comment section. Go check out our website at 24truth7, and I hope to see you soon. Again, please don't forget to share this. Share this news. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your patience. And hopefully, I'll see you at our next episode. Thank you so much, and God bless you.